Hello everyone, I'm here back again. Hope you guys enjoyed the previous videos. And today I'm gonna talk a bit about recycling. And before talking about that, I think it's just important to mention that always the most sustainable actions is to first to use always the that all R's that we have. So, for example, reduce. The first thing is reduce, then reuse, and then when we don't have an option, then we recycle. So recycle is the last option. However, we see that it's not so easy to reuse. To reduce, I think it depends on each one. And there was some questions. So let's go on recycling. There was some questions on whether we should clean the packaging before throwing them away. And here I can give a suggestion. And with this question, there was also another question in regards to if we should, for example, pizza. There's grease on the box of the pizza. If we should recycle or if we should throw it away. I think generally, if the packaging is very dirty, especially paper, I mean that it absorbs all the grease, we shouldn't put into recycling. Um, my suggestion is when we have, for example, plastics and other materials that are like slightly dirty, for example, yogurt pots and yeah, whatever plastic materials that you have that it's dirty. What I normally do when I'm washing the dishes, I just let the water, the dirty water with the soap, and rinse these materials with the leftover of the dishes that I'm cleaning. And this means that we don't need to send the packaging extremely clean. We don't need to clean the packaging before sending them. But I think it's just we have to remember that this packaging probably will take like some time before it gets into a recycling place. So meaning that if you have a lot of like leftover food and things that like can get smelly and can get like yeah, a bit gross, just it's not very nice for who is working in these places. So just it's more like a consideration with people in these places, and you're just carrying out things that won't be recycled. um Then there is a questions on plastic recycling. Then whether first of all whether films are being films. When I mention films, like it's like bags or flexible materials and films, if they are recyclable or not. And that's a very hard question, especially because it's a very context dependent question. um, some European countries, they have a scale solution for that. That's especially for Germany and the Netherlands. They are especially recycling at scale um, film materials. In many other countries, for example, like in UK, there are several supermarkets that they accept this type of films. I don't know exactly how is the situation in Brazil or in other countries, but I suggest you all to see if the super, and I think that, to be honest, that's gonna be a trend that some supermarkets will start receiving back some films, collected films, and then send to recyclers. But as I mentioned, that's a very context dependent question. And finally, there was a question where how many times plastic can be recycled. And that's another difficult question because there are many studies on that. And the truth is that the recycling rates of plastics nowadays, they're very small. So that means that normally the recyclers, they have a lot of new material. So the problem nowadays is not how many times the plastic can be recycled. It's actually to recycle what we have out there. But some studies they say that plastic can be recycled up to 7 times, and this is just a theoretical thing. As I mentioned, there is not enough recycling of plastics nowadays to understand how much we can recycle. Um, so yeah, I hope that answers some of the questions that were made to me, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. All right, everyone, stay safe, and yeah, please let me know if there are more questions or curiosities or whatever. Bye bye. See you, everyone.